Hey everyone, I'm your host Jackie, and today I'm going to review this Surface Go 3, which is the bad boy I've owned 6 months before this video. To do a long-term video, I tend to make some more benchmarks and some more scores, and I will present it to you. So first of all, let's take a look at the performance. Well, actually the performance is not very good compared to its previous predecessors, which is the Surface Go 2. Well, in fact, the performance of the CPU is quite a disappointing factor, to be honest. It has a fairly low CPU performance compared to the Microsoft Surface Go 2, as you can see in the graph here. The differences has shown much significant when it comes to comparing even the previous generations of iPad Air 4 as well as Samsung Galaxy Tab S7. You can see that their performance vary by a huge percent, which is why I wouldn't recommend this will be your use of the main computer, but as a companion device, this is highly remarkable. Well, the things has gone far more worse when it comes to detailed comparisons. I tried to take the Intel i3 model of the Go 3 to find a similar comparison to them. Guess what? It came across just nearly surpasses the old Apple A7 chip from the year of 2013. I know, many of the details has greatly improved in the i3 model, which is the model right here, but it is far more enough to be saying as efficient. Well, I wouldn't say that this CPU is efficient enough for its price of 3,000 ringgit, which is nearly $800 in the US, but this could be a good mediocre device if you aren't thinking of using this as your main device, but only as a companion device for a main computer, as it cannot run Premiere Pro very well and cannot run any sorts of video editing very well, as its CPU performance are very weak. Well, now let's talk about the GPU. Well, as I said earlier, that this PC is only meant to be a companion device and not your main device, so definitely you won't be expecting this to be your gaming machine, right? Okay, the GPU performance of the Go 3 is nothing much comparable to the Surface Go 2, as they uses the same Intel UHD core, and hence you can at least run a decent video editing software graphics smoothly, like lower thirds here or something, like the one I use is, which is Filmora X in this device. So about the fan noise and heat, as for fan noise, which is pretty much absent in this thing, but it uses passive cooling technology, which is basically let the heat itself out during the back of the chassis. So during the normal usage, the heat is basically unnoticeable when it comes to using it as a laptop mode, which is the one with keyboard and the trackpad right now. But when you use it as a video playing device for several hours, the heat will start to kick in at the back of the chassis, which is very uncomfortable if you are using it as a tablet device. Well, now let's talk about the ports. Ports wise, this is honestly very less to provide for being the price of 3,000 ringgit right here. There is only a single USB Type-C port, the Surface Connect port for charging, the 3.5mm audio jack, which we all still appreciate, and a micro SD card reader. Well, it just provides enough space for both charging and data transfer at the same time, but for me, I would still be using a dongle in terms of ports. Well, now let's talk about the speaker of this device. The speakers are very well done, and it has a very clear voice when it comes to narrative perspective. Okay, now let's talk about the keyboard and trackpad. As for the keyboard and trackpad, I have nothing to complain, as this is a very well done job by Microsoft. As for only one thing I would like to brag is, hey Microsoft, would you mind giving your keyboard for free next time, so we don't have to pay like extra $200 for it? Last but not least, I would like to talk about the battery life of this device. I would not say that this device has a good battery life, while it only lasts about 3 to 4 hours of general usage. You could get a much better battery device by looking elsewhere for the price being, such as the iPad such as the iPad and the Samsung Galaxy Tab and whatever tablet it is, which supports Android and iOS system, which is not full-fat Windows, which is the fact that I think that the Surface Go 3 is not last longer is because it has a full-fat Windows 11 in this device. Well, I know this is much honestly to be said, but this battery is not very impressive at all. Well, after this short introduction about the tablet itself, which is the short summary of the device, how do you think about this device? Do you think this is a good buy or a bad buy? Well, for me, this is a pretty much medium or 50-50 device for me because I use it as companion device, so I think it's very good. When it comes to using it as my main device during classes and lectures, I found it quite a little bit of nay side because it has easily get hot behind here, and then some of the minor bugs of the Windows 11 are yet to be fixed, which is nothing I can complain about this device. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the device. Would you guys buy it for around 3,000 ringgit or $800? Yeah, let me know what you guys think about in the comment section down below. If you guys like my video, be sure to give me a like, and you haven't subscribed yet, you be sure to subscribe. And here are some of the videos that you can watch before you go. So thank you guys so much for watching. I am Jackie and I will see you guys in the next video.